everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Sekani, a podcast for people in their 20s who are trying to figure out life and not get lost along the way. Today, I'm joined by Graham Kuhn, a video marketing strategist who helps mission-driven entrepreneurs build marketing that feels human, build trust, and actually converts. Over his career, Graham has worked hands-on with business owners to create clear, intentional marketing system that attracts the right clients, build credibility, and generate consistent revenue without hustle culture or overcomplicating the process. So we are diving into clarity, storytelling, confidence, and how to make marketing feel more human. So Graham, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here.
Oh, thank you. It's great to be here. I'm excited to talk to you. This is awesome.
All right. So my first question is, aside from this whole accolades and everything, who is Graham Con actually?
Oh, well, I will tell you, I love to serve people and I love to help people. I mean, that's kind of my heart. I love to use what I know and things that I've learned to help other businesses grow and thrive. I went to college to be an opera singer. So I'm a
Um,
musician. I'm a singer. I and I grew up doing musical theater and athletics and sports, and majored in opera in college, and then moved 1,000 miles away for a singing job, and worked at churches and doing video, and just realized that I really love coaching people and helping them and teaching them what I know, to just help them be better and make the world a better place. Like that's my goal, is to do what I do to make the world a better place for my kids and my grandkids when they come. And yeah, I just want the world to be a better place.
Okay, wow. That sounds exciting actually. So, how did you end up, like, walk us through your journey and how you ended up in video marketing, basically?
Sure. When I was 10 or 11, my father was a wrestling coach at our high school, and he asked me if I wanted to run the video camera for the high school wrestling matches. And I thought, yeah, sure, that'll be fun. Well, I loved it. I loved running the video camera. This is like 1985, 1986,
Wow.
like the big camcorder. Uh, and then I would make these highlight films of the wrestling teams, and then I started making highlight films of the football team, and it was just really fun. And then when I was in college, my college wrestling coach said, "Oh, you've made videos before. Let's make some videos of our college wrestling team." And then when I was working at the church here in Atlanta, Georgia, I was doing music, and they said, "Oh, you know how to make videos. Let's start making videos." And it was really making videos in the church for 15 years. I really started to understand storytelling and understand how to get people to be themselves on camera and not do teleprompter stuff, and just to be real and really really connect with the audience emotionally. So I really developed it working at the church, and then just one day my wife and I decided this video side job is getting pretty big. We should probably quit the job and do it full time. And so 2019, 2020 is when I quit my salary job and do it full time.
Wow. Quitting your job to do something full time. I feel like that takes a whole lot of courage, right? So
Yeah,
were you already making money from the video marketing before you quit your actual job?
yeah. So at my day job, at the church job, I was doing music, and I was like the creative director. I did all the videos and the graphics and things like that. And people from the church started calling the office to ask who makes the videos, because they needed one for their business and wondered if I
Mhm.
did them. So I started to do some videos for people at the church for their business, and then that just slowly got bigger and bigger. And so my wife and I saved up a bunch of money so that we could
Yeah.
quit the job. We had savings. I had a bunch of clients lined up to work with. So yeah, we tried to plan as best we could, because we had three kids at home. My wife was a stay-at-home mom. Like, I was the only income. So yeah, we definitely planned, and we did have money coming in from the video job before I quit.
Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, I would like to move to the next question, which is, you strongly believe that clarity is more powerful than hustle, right? So why do you think hustle culture is overrated, and especially in business and marketing, why do you think it is overrated?
So as I was growing up, when you hear from like influencers or coaches, or you would buy a course, everything was, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to grind. You got to get up at sunrise and work 100 hours a week and just grind and grind. That's not a life that I want to live. And I learned from other mentors and coaches that you don't have to do that. You have to define what is success for you. I mean, we're all, at the end of the day, we're all chasing happiness. We want to be happy. We want to have joy. And for me, working 100 hours a week in my business is not joyful. And for me, there's a certain number I need to hit to have freedom for my family. There's a certain number of clients I want to work with. And so I think you get really burned out if you are just grinding and hustling because you feel like that's what you have to do. If that's how you're wired and you want to be the hustle and grind and work 100 hours a week, then go for it. But you don't have to do that to be successful. We all define what success is in our head, in our own personal experience. What is successful for me is not what is successful for my friend. And so for me, grinding 100 hours a week from sunrise to sunset and never seeing my family and making a bunch of money is not success for me. The balance of seeing my kids and spending time with them and having enough money that we can do whatever we want, whenever we want, that's success to me. And I only work maybe 20 to 30 hours a week. And I make 5 times more money than I used to at my day job. So I work way less and I make way more money and I have the freedom to do what I want when I want with my family. If I worked 3 times more, I would make 3 times much more money. But that's not my goal. My goal is happiness and spending time with people that I love and serving other people. So I make a lot of money helping other people. I mean, it can't be better than that.
Yeah, okay. Well, usually I always ask my guests what their definition of success is. But since you spoke about it, I would like to
Oh,
ask you, what's your definition of success actually? How would you define success?
how would I define success? For me personally, it's like having the freedom to do what I want, when I want, with who I want to do it with.
Mm,
And just a feeling of contentment. Like I am full of joy and gratitude every day. I wake up on Monday morning and I'm excited. Mondays are my favorite day because it's like a reset button. It's like I get to go back to client work. I get to go back to helping people. Whereas when I was working in my day job, Mondays were, got to get up
mm,
and go to work. So the mindset and the feeling of just freedom and happiness and joy and gratitude, that's why I feel I'm successful because it's intangible, but I just feel so good every day. I am able to put a roof over my kids' heads and be happy with what I do every day. That to me is success.
wow. I must say, I really do love your definition of success, right? And I think I am kind of like looking forward to actually living that life, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like I do like the life. Okay, so what does true clarity actually look like for, an entrepreneur struggling to grow? Basically.
Clarity is understanding. One of the best lessons I learned is being clear on who you want to work with. That's a big one because if you fill up your calendar with clients or people who are not the right fit for you or they're not really the kind of people you want to work with, in your soul, you just get burned out. If you're working with people that don't align with you spiritually, um, just core values, yes, they're paying you, but it's just soul sucking. So being clear on who your ideal client is, and you say no to the wrong ones and you say yes to the right ones, and you get your calendar full of working with the right people, that is a game changer. So being clear, having clarity on exactly who you want to work with. And another thing is being clear on what your offer is, what you're offering. Don't be so general that you say, I own a cleaning service. It's too general. It's not specific. It's not clear. Is it
Mm,
cleaning work offices, corporate offices? Is it cleaning homes? Do you focus on vacation spaces? Like being very clear on what your service is going to attract the right people who are looking for what you do. And then being clear on who you're targeting to work with. Being very clear on, I want to work with this kind of person. I don't want to work with this kind of person because when people are referring you, they need to know exactly who you want to work with. So be clear on your offers and be clear on who you want to work with and identify that. Sounds very cliche, but if you work with the right people every day, all day, your business and your life is so amazing. You feel fulfilled all day versus having to work with bad clients that aren't a good fit because you weren't clear is just draining on your spirit.
mm, okay. Well, I think with what you said, right? I feel like being clear on the right people, it's actually enjoyable, right? It makes work enjoyable for you, and then you
Yes,
avoid burnout, right? So yeah, I
yes.
do. resonate with that one. Yeah. So before I go up, I'd like to go towards the imposter syndrome and confidence. I feel like we need to talk about that. So a whole lot of entrepreneurs, they struggle with imposter syndrome. So from your experience, what's the best way to overcome it, without waiting to feel confident first?
I will tell you that doing the work gives you confidence. Just going
Mm,
out there and doing it. For me, I was working with a large company and I was very insecure about what I was doing because in my mind, my identity was the guy that played piano at church and did the videos at church. And I'm talking to this CEO of this huge company. In my mind, I was so insecure about what I offered and didn't think I could help him.
mm,
But I just said what I thought they could use. And he looked at me and he said, "That is genius." And what got me to that point was coaches and mentors telling me, I know more than my clients. Even though this guy is the CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, I know more about video and video marketing and how it's going to help his company than he does. So I'm the expert in the room. And that's the mindset I took into that. Even though I was nervous and I didn't fully believe in it, when he looked at me and thought that my idea was genius, that gave me so much confidence. But then the more you do the work, the more work you're doing with people, the more the confidence comes and the more you can tell yourself, I know what I'm doing. I do have value. We all have these limiting beliefs that we're not good enough. We all beat ourselves up. We're not good enough. Who am I to quit my job and start this company? I'm from a small town. I'm not worth it. You've got to convince yourself and understand and believe that you are worth it. We all have value. Everybody started somewhere. Nobody got to the CEO level the first day. Everybody learned something. It's a journey. And you've got to accept that journey and go step by step and just realize the more work you do, the more confident you become, and you're going to step into that future version of yourself who is successful entrepreneur, feeling confident. But as cliche as it is, you just have to do the work. You just got to believe in yourself and do the work.
okay. Wow. I feel like you spoke directly to me right now. Yeah.
Oh, that
Yes,
makes me so happy.
yeah, and I know that what you said now, I would apply it to my daily life, right? So I
Oh,
also still have the feeling that you have more to advise us, right? So do you have any other advice you want to give to, people in their 20s who are also struggling with these things?
yeah. I want to tell you that whatever story you're telling yourself, if a negative story, it's not true.
Mm,
You can be successful. You have value. People will pay you for whatever talent or knowledge that you have. Because we all have this inner voice that says, just go to college, get a job, work for somebody else. You don't have to do that. Even if that's what your parents did, which is what my parents did. You don't have to do that. You make your own path. You're on your own journey, and you need to surround yourself with people who support that journey. Cut out the negativity from your life. Surround yourself with successful people, with inspiring people, with positive people, and know that you're on your own journey. And don't believe the negative thoughts. Don't believe the negative self-talk. You are worth it. You have value. You have value to give this world. You just got to find the people that believe in you and will pay you for that value. But you have value. Joy.
I have value. I do. I do have value. Thank you so much. This has been really, really insightful. And yes, I really hope my listeners will, take whatever you've said now and apply it to their daily lives. Okay, so finally, I would like to know, where can listeners get to know more about you and everything you do?
Yeah. The two best places to get in touch with me are either on my website, focusfilms.com, or I am on LinkedIn all the time. So connect with me on LinkedIn, send me messages, ask me questions. I love to talk to people and connect with people, and I'm very, very active on LinkedIn.
Okay, I am reaching out to you on LinkedIn, definitely.
Good.
All right. So thank you so much. This has been really, really amazing. And yeah, thanks for tuning into Conversations with Sekani. If this episode sparked something in you, make sure to share to someone who you think might need this. And also subscribe so you don't miss out on new episodes. Thank you, Graham.